Okay, so we are starting, and everything's loading up at the minute. And apparently, the internet can totally see me now, which is cool, I guess. So I'm sorry it's still black. Stellaris is loading up. I figured it'd be showing the loading scenes by now, but apparently it's not. Oh, there we go. So Stellaris is Paradox Interactive's foray into 4X. And 4X is one of my favorite types of games, and Paradox Interactive is one of my favorite studios. So, needless to say, I really like this game. Although, I do not have any of the expansions. And the way Paradox games work is when there are expansions, DLC, you get a free patch that actually has all of the content in it. Just the content that they decide is worth paying for is locked to the player. However, the AI still gets to use it. So we're just finishing loading up, and we're starting a new game. We're going to be the United Corinth Republic, which are a species that I made that are essentially space elves. Looks like all of my other ones, I need to update them because we've added. There are now DLCs that have added more stuff, and they don't have that. So, but these space elves are a technocracy and have efficient bureaucracy. They are democratic, and they're militarist and fanatic materialists. So let's begin. Let's go with a huge elliptical galaxy. Let's go 30 AI empires. And of those, 5 of them are advanced. We'll have at most 2 fallen empires. Habitable worlds 3 times normal. Aggressiveness normal. Difficulty normal. Allowed faster than light method any. Empire placement. We're going to place them in clusters, which means that you're never potentially alone. Because if you hit random, they'll just spawn wherever. Whereas the clusters, I believe the way that works is the first one in an area is randomly placed, and then more are placed around them. None of my neighbors are going to be advanced, so that gives me a little time to expand before dealing with them. There's going to be an end game crisis, or possibly. We'll see. And this is going to be Iron Man mode, which means I can't save. The game will do that automatically for me. In the eons since the first primitive Corinth communities took shape in the archipelagos and lagoons of Farah, which, by the way, that is the name of my home planet, which is a water world. Our civilization has spread and prospered. Alas, our ancestors were victims of ignorance and superstition in the early eras. This dark period of our history lasted until science and rationality were firmly established as the guiding principles of our society. A new democratic system of government was introduced where important decisions were made by consensus. Now, after the successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the United Corinth Republic have finished the development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. So, if we take a look at Farah here, it is an ocean world. And it is... This is our surface. And it's size 18, which is a fairly decent size, actually. So down here, this shows how many credits, or how many resources are being collected, but there has to be a full-on person there to collect them. So like this is collecting 5 energy credits. If there's a person here, excuse me, they'd be producing 2 physics research points, and that is per month. Going into technologies, starting with our physics, we're going to start with, let's go fusion power, just to make our ships have better fusion, or better energy capabilities. It's unlike biolabs. And we'll go ion thrusters here. So, the thing with Stellaris is every time you start researching a new technology, you usually have 3, although there are some things that you can do to get more choices. Different technologies to choose from that are randomly generated. So, like if you had noticed in engineering, one of my choices was nanotechnology, which is the engineering version of the biolab. And the biolab will give bonuses to society research. And there is a possibility, it's very small, but it is a possibility that engineering will never have the chance again to research the engineering lab. That might never appear again. But it's a common technology, so it probably will. Going out here to our science ship, the ISS Pilgrim, I'm going to have it start surveying our system, which is the Anato system. And popping out here, ooh, there's a habitable world here in Ziffer. Ziffer 2. It's a size 14 planet. Not too much can be told about it right now. But we're going to go back here to Farah, to their spaceport. And we're going to start building a science ship. And then we'll take the game off pause. So, yeah, that's essentially the start of this game. Let's go to settings real quick. And turn the sound and music up a bit. Okay, so apparently it's playing, but I don't know about you guys, but I can't hear it. So let me check through my sound options really quick just to see if it's me not hearing it. Let's bring everything up just a little bit more. Okay, we have our new science ship, the ISS Stevedore. Okay. Oh wait, no, Stevedore's our construction ship. It's the ISS Traveler, which we need to hire a new scientist to lead the way. So these three scientists are all really good at doing stuff. That would be great if I was actually going to have them do science. But I'm not. I'm just going to pick the youngest. Let's see. Is that a blue dwarf? It is a Class A, which is a young white or blue-white main sequence star. It is typically among the most visible to the naked eye. They are large and rotate very quickly, but will eventually evolve into slower and cooler red giants. So no, it is not. It is going to be a lot more energetic than our sun. So, that's the answer to that question. Okay, so we're actually going to send the Traveler over here to Ziffer and see what they have. Ooh, we're right next to the Picaris Drift. And then down here is the Haraban Nebula. Cool. Okay, so this ship is traveling out toward this dotted line here that goes around the entire system is where you can warp out of a system, and then once you reach it, you can warp back in. And Alex, about your statement with Class A stars, I believe you are correct. I don't remember for sure. I haven't had an astronomy class in a few years, but that tracks with what I remember. Let's see what kind of star Zephyr is. Zephyr is a Class G, often referred to as yellow dwarves. So they're going to be similar to the Sun, which I believe is a Class K. I think. I don't remember for sure, though. Here. Let me look it up. Stellar class. Spectral types. Class A are... They have strong hydrogen lines. Oh no, the Sun is a Class G star. So Zephyr is... this star is very close to our own. Ooh. Zipper 6 has some energy. So the Steve door is going to come over here and build a mining station to mine the energy from this gas giant. Because that's how that works in the year 2200 AD. Or should we say CE? Let's go with CE. So it looks like I've got one or more people who are popping in for about a minute or so and then popping back out. Let's hope they stay. That'd be pretty awesome. And I know I'm doing a lot of zooming in and out, and I do apologize if that's a little jarring. So going back to my technology research, it looks like Biolab A is going to finish in 35 months, Engineering's Ion Thrusters in 43, and Fusion Power is going to be 61 months. So I've got a few years. The Pilgrim is almost done surveying our home system, which has almost nothing of interest. Discovery of alien life. The ISS Traveler has made a startling find on Zephyr 2. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Farah. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Zephyr 2 are sentient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. We may not be alone out there. And then Anomaly. Something moves with near purpose down on Zephyr 2. Let's research that, especially because we have a 0% chance of failure. Excellent. I hope Finn Castle has something on it. Contact report. Simple forms of life. The United Corinth Republic is abuzz with news of the alien organisms discovered by the ISS Traveler some times ago. While far from intelligent, there is life out there. Um, it could be microbes, but in all probability, I imagine them to be like simple life forms. Simple being a relative term. Uh, Dolphins are potentially simple life forms, so you know. And we're going to be sending the Pilgrim off to Propus. And let's see. One of the species native to Ziffer 2 has, according to the ISS Traveler orbiting the planet, achieved a tentative mastery of the planet's small plots of land as well as its vast oceans. Science officer Gian Gerund proposes that we should monitor their development closely, maybe even help them along if possible. Bum bum bum. They're arthropods called the Husco. They are pre-sentient. So, yeah, they're much more advanced than microbes. Ooh. So we have a thing. Ziffer 2 has some pretty good resources on it. But they also have pre-sentient bug things. Contact report. Pre-sentient beings. Following previous discoveries of lower forms of life, the Corinth capital receives news of the ISS Traveler's observation of beings with impressive, if latent, cognitive capabilities and great evolutionary potential. Science Officer Gian Garoon's report is received with marked enthusiasm. So at some point, we're probably going to figure out how vicious our space elves are. Yeah. Oh, another anomaly. And the Steve door finished. Let's see, there's significant scarring on the surface of this world in a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Let's have her go back. And the Steve door. I'm going to have you build a mining station so we can get some of the energy credits while we figure out what we're going to do with Ziffer 2. I don't know what we're going to do with that planet now. Propus, how are you doing? Propus 2 is a continental world, which means it has a little too much land for us at the moment. And it also has high gravity. Alien writing. Someone used a mining drill from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Ziffer 3. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Here, let's rename this. Our construction ship is now the ISS Pedantic. Whoa. Okay. Contact report. Remnants. Intelligent life taunts with pointed absence, reads a popular Newsnet post on Farah. The people of the United Corinth Republic are apparently finding some humor in the fact that lower forms of alien life are now a matter of public record, but potential equals from other stars continue to elude us. Science Officer Gian Garoon's report on the traces found on Ziffer 3 seemingly only add an ironic twist to the situation. This is a Class F star. The Yellow-White Dwarf. Ooh. Weak magnetic field and wild storms. Cool. This alpine world is going to be wonderful to, oh, the Traveler finished here. Let's send them to Belgium. Okay, so Propus has a lot of physics research, and Ziffer has a lot of most everything else. And the Propus system has been fully investigated. So let's go down here to Sarak. While we wait for the Pedantic to finish, and then build a research station. So the thing is, any station that doesn't collect energy credits costs energy credits to maintain. That's 1 per month. Going back down to the surface of Farah, see if there's anything we can do. We've got a person growing here. That is awesome. So this basic science lab, I'm eventually going to upgrade it to a bio lab, just to create even more society research there. Okay, biolab's going to be finished in just over a year. Ion thrusters are still 2.5 years away, and fusion power is just under 4 years away. Ooh, Sarak 2A is also habitable. Belgium 2A. Backscattering spectrometry sensors indicate the presence of a valuable substance in the planet's crust. 40% risk of failure. Let's leave it be because she's about to level up. And when she levels up, we'll check back. Belgium 1 is a molten world. That's awesome. Class M star, the most common stars in the universe, often referred to as red dwarfs. Their low luminosity means they're difficult to observe with the naked eye from afar. Although they typically have an extremely long lifespan, red dwarfs emit almost no UV light, resulting in unfavorable conditions for most forms of life. If I remember right, most white or red dwarf stars have about 1 to 4% of the normal solar output of the sun. So, an Earth-sized planet, one astronomical unit from a red dwarf star would be like the brightest it would ever get is right before it's fully dark out. So I'm going to enter orbit here because we don't have enough material stored up for our next mining station. And then let's check in with the Pilgrim. Let's see. The surface of this asteroid is littered with metallic debris. Most of it appears to originate from starships of many different designs. Let's research that. Yes, anything close enough to be in the habitable zone, as we understand it, of a red dwarf would most likely be tidally locked. That is very true. Sarok 2A has low gravity. It has an unusually low density. And it's a decent world. Just a second, guys. Okay, Habitable World Survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Farah. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. A commendable initiative. Which I think this chain... Yeah, I have to survey 8 habitable worlds, which shouldn't be too difficult with the way I have this set up. We're at 78 of 90 for minerals. We're going to see soon if she succeeds on... There we go, junkyard. This asteroid was evidently used as a junkyard by someone at some point in the distant past. All manner of discarded machinery and metallic refuse has been deposited inside the asteroid's weak gravity well, being slowly pulled into the jumble of debris that now covers the surface. There's nothing of particular value to be found here, but a lot of metal could be scavenged by a mining station. Nice. 3 minerals a month? That's not bad. So we're 87, going towards 90. The Pilgrim just finished looking at Sarok. I'm going to pause for a second. I'll send you to Astrolope. And then the Traveler, you have that to survey. 20% chance of failure. Not bad. I will have you start construction here. So I will let everyone know that I will have to go away for a few minutes in about 10 minutes. So let's see, what tradition do we want? Expansion, domination, prosperity, harmony, discovery, diplomacy, or supremacy? I think I'm going to adapt discovery. And we just finished our research into biolabs. Let's go with terrestrial sculpting so we can start terraforming. I would enjoy being able to terraform. So far, we haven't found anybody else. But we also haven't really gone that far. Yeah, terrestrial sculpting can sound like that, yeah. Failure. Science Officer Gian Garoond has issued a report indicating that they were none too pleased, having been ordered to study Belgium 2A, where they found nothing of interest. That sucks. Let's go to Jasmik then. The pedantic will enter orbit of the actual sun of Serac. So as you can probably tell with this game, especially in the early days, there's not a whole ton to do. I could speed it up, but I'm kind of liking the slower pace. Ooh, there's a habitable planet as at Jasmik 3. Jasmik's another class F star. And Jasmik 3 is actually the largest planet we found so far. That might be my first target for settlement then. I was thinking about doing Serac 2A, but that's a lot smaller. Let's see, Farah's surface. I think I'm going to clear these sprawling slums. So our next population, once they finish growing here, can start growing here to get the minerals. So we're only getting plus 10 a month, which isn't great. Let's see. Jasmic 1. Impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of Jasmic 1, practically begging for some archaeological work. Okay. You can have. You can go be an archaeologist. I'll let you. So I'm kind of surprised that we haven't found any other species by this point. Generally, you find at least a couple. Um, there are a few nomadic alien species that are in every game, and I'm really surprised we haven't run into any of them yet. So. Belgium 2A is a continental world, so we could colonize this, but I'm not sure we want to. Science Officer Jian of the ISS Traveler reports that the structures on the surface of Jasmic 1 are utterly beneath our notice and their time is better spent elsewhere. Because she failed again. The chances of you hitting a 20% failure twice in a row means you shouldn't. So a fun thing about colony ships are they're expensive one-use things that drain a lot of your monthly energy. Yeah, it is a 1 in 25 chance, and 1 in 25 is fairly likely, I suppose. But I still don't like it. Should have hit the 24 out of 25. Or the 20 and 25 that say you're going to succeed on both of them. I think I'm doing that math right. Stats has been a while too. Longer than my last astronomy class. Because I only took stats in high school. Okay. So Seth Lilback. So a really boring system, actually. So let's survey Usseldon. And going Jasmec to Orpheal. Let's enter orbit of Sarek 4 so we can get more minerals. Yummy, yummy minerals. This colony ship costs 350. And we have 62. So, a little bit more sedate than Battle Brothers, if I do say so myself here. I've been going for 45 or so minutes, and we haven't really. I'm not going to say we haven't done anything, but no large excitement yet. Speaking of that, let's recruit an admiral to lead the first strike force. We'll go with Umberto di Agostino, who gives us 10% range in our weapons. And we have mastered ion thrusters. And let's unlock improve spaceport, because he has an expertise in that, which makes this go faster. 81 months. Okay, the Vultum Star Assembly. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Useldon 3. They must have been active in this region of space approximately 12 million years ago, judging by the age of the artifacts. What does a 12 million year old artifact look like? Not much, I would bet. From what they've been able to piece together, our scientists theorized that these aliens, who called themselves the Vultium Star Assembly, were worm-like annelids, roughly 3 to 4 meters in length, that communicated with each other primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies. Interesting. Alex, as our resident linguist, what do you have to think about things that communicate primarily through vibrating their segmented bodies? Okay, we can start making mining station here. We do communicate by vibrating flaps of skin in our throat. Yeah, that is true. Although I think if that's what they meant, something like that, they wouldn't have used the term that they did. I don't know. Well, we'll find out more about them later because yep, they are a precursor race. And once I recover 6 artifacts, I'll get to find their home system. There's signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Let's research. That is a inhospitable chunk of rock. Okay, so our main scientist dudes reading technology all went up, which in level, which means they research better, which means they research faster. Okay. Let's see, do we have a mandate? Wentan. They have a Vultium observatory. An ancient Vultium observatory has been found on the surface of Eucydon 4. The Eucydon system is fairly distant from the region of space where the Vultium originated, and this facility appears to have been primarily used for observation of their own stars. We have gone over the observatory's surviving data, but there are no clues as to exactly what the Vultium were searching for in their observations. Interesting. Orbital research, yeah. Ooh, encounter in Eucydon. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Eucydon system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens until we can learn more about them. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Farah, and in many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the United Corinth Republic's bid for a stellar empire. Let's see. Ooh. I think these are. We're going to research them because I think they're an empire, not one of the nomadic tribes I was talking about. So we'll be finished researching them in 6 months. So in about mid 2205. The Pilgrim isn't doing anything. So let's send you to survey here. And then I'll have you build a research station here. There are more alpha aliens over in this system. This looks like they are. Oh, they're building a research center around Chetras 3. Interesting. And it looks like they also have warp drives like us. Right, that's what we have. Yes. There's warp drive, hyperspace, and I don't remember what the name of the third type is. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a minute and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Unfortunately, I am in the middle of a 24-hour glucose curve for my cat. And every time I do it, it gets physically easier and emotionally harder. So, like, for example, this time, I was able to sleep. Um, I've had a couple of naps. So, there's that. But back to the game and on to more cheery news. Got 7 months remaining on fusion power. So that's going to be awesome. And once we hit fusion power, we'll be able to put ion thrusters on our ships, which will make them faster in solar systems. And very soon we should decode the language of the Alpha aliens. Communications established. After successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Avarian Tranquil Kingdom. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities have been terminated. Wow, they're ugly. They are an Iranic monarchy. This government is a pacifist form of hereditary autocracy where the ruler is regarded as a benevolent guardian that is striving to protect the citizens from a violent galaxy. And they are a harmonious collective. Harmonious collectives are authoritarian societies where the citizens are devoted to the state without the need for coercion. They tend to keep to themselves but are not averse to trading. Their fanatical authoritarianism. A single voice, a single throne, a single state. It is the solemn duty of the masses to obey those enlightened few who have been charged with the great responsibility of leadership, and they're pacifists. Conflict as a means to an end is a ridiculous concept. It is by nature destructive, destroying what was to be obtained or giving room to grow what was to be destroyed. First contact with the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. Greetings from the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. We are a peaceful nation, justly ruled by our beloved king, Yasarki I. Whatever grievances might arise between our people in the future, we hope they can be settled through dialogue rather than violence. Let's go with the fanatical materialist response, which is, the way forward lies in our hands, Avarans. First alien encounter. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular Xenos have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. So, within the last, 5 years. And what do they think of us? -8. Their relative power is equivalent, and they are wary of us, which means they maintain a cautious attitude. Let's see, is there anything we can really offer? Let's offer star charts. We'll get to see what they've discovered and vice versa. Which apparently is not much. Okay, let's survey that star then. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. It just took it a minute. Okay. Saston II is even bigger. Ooh. And then Occitan III, yet bigger, but this has a presentient musculoid race on it. And a lot of volcanoes, and we can't remove volcanoes yet. So, and it's within inside Avaran space. Let's go survey here then. We might have to go settle Sestin. Oh, that was a trade deal that they offered. Whoops. Avar Prime is the first planet. Wow, that must be a really hot planet. It is a desert world. That sounds about right. Yeah. Let's go over here to Norgon. So there's a research thing that we can look more into the observatory on Useldon 4, but we need a scientist that has skill 5, and our 2 exploring scientists are level 2 on their way to level 3, so a little bit more time. I'm going to send you up here to Propus to build some research centers, because we have a mandate to build research stations. If we build enough before the next election, our leader's more likely to be reelected. Okay, fusion reactors are done. Let's go with administrative AI. Organizational circuitry, rerouting academic fervor. And it ups research speed by 5%. It's a pretty good thing. But also means we're advancing AI. That might not be the best thing. Norgon seems to be a pretty decent little system. K-class star. They're orange dwarves. Whoa. I moved everything around. Yeah. Sensors pick up unexpected activity from an isolated point on Norgon 4A's frozen surface. Yeah, let's have a look at that. So going to our ship designer and our Corvette, which is the Scourge class, let's give them these. They need more power. Can't wait till we get our coil guns. You know what? I'm actually going to up everyone's speed. Which makes everything more expensive. But may be helpful in the future. Indicate nothing. She failed again. Okay. So apparently, the Traveler shouldn't research anything. I'm going to upgrade our first strike force. And we have another tradition we can do. Let's see. To boldly go. Or science division. Ooh, those are both good, but I think we're going to go to boldly go, which will lower our anomaly fail risk by 10%. To boldly go where no man has gone before, or in this case, where no space elf has gone before. We have scientific space elves. I promise they're not Vulcans. Okay, and more physics research. They're not totally Vulcan. No. Okay, she gets another chance. This time, her failure risk is 10. We're picking up what might be a faint transmission coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. We'll see what happens. The Pilgrim has finished at Falmer, so they're going to go to Irem. And then once they're finished with their things, they'll actually go back to upgrade. Because they need to. Same thing with the Pedantic. Oh, we've only got a year remaining on terrestrial sculpting. Anomaly in the Irem system. Initial analysis of the asteroid's composition points towards potentially interesting finds. As per first speaker Wen Tan's mandate, additional research stations have been constructed. We fulfilled that mandate in time. Excellent. So the Pedantic is going to go and upgrade itself. The ISS Traveler has picked up some curious readings from Norgan 3. There are significant pockets of radiation in the gas giant's atmosphere that appear to be the result of intense orbital bombardment. What someone could hope to gain by bombing a gas giant from orbit remains a mystery, however. As the ISS Traveler was preparing to break orbit, science officer Jan Gyrund discovered a weak signal coming from the planet's interior. It may be a transmission of some kind, but the gas giant's background radiation makes it difficult to isolate. We should investigate the signal. $330 left. Wow. Norgan is almost fully surveyed by now, which is great. On the shoulders of giants, it appears that asteroid J3L1 951 and the surrounding debris originates from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable minerals. There are also hints of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that the celestial body once bore the promise of life. Nice. Which means that has 5 minerals. Oh, okay, so this is days until it times out. We'll have to research it, which means when they finish with this asteroid, I'm going to send them back. Norgan was finished. Research that project. And the Pedantic is almost back to Farah to get its upgrade. And it has been fully upgraded. I'm actually not going to send it. No, I am. It's going to go back to Sarok to build a mining station here at Sarok 3. But we're almost done building what we can in our current little bubble. So we want to build a colony ship soon. For many reasons. Although we might want to make our strike force a little stronger, because once we settle our first planet, we will eventually get a random event that creates pirates, and pirates aren't good. The asteroid 8FV757 is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Let's research that, especially because you have a 0% chance of failure. So this whole asteroid belt, all 4 of them, Were they all a former planet? That'd be awesome, and it would also make sense. Okay. The or isolating the signal here on Norgan 3. Terrestrial sculpting is almost done. Same with administrative AI. Wow, we are getting plus almost 16 physics research a month. Getting a little over 10 societal and 6 engineering. We need to up the engineering a little bit here soon. Fallen behind. Scan of the particularly massive asteroid 8VF757 yields fascinating results. The rock's core is shot through with a network of conductive crystals carrying a weak electric charge. The crew on the ISS Pilgrim recognized this matrix as a primitive neural lattice and believed the celestial body to be thinking in some capacity, if not fully sentient. They seek permission to excavate the core and transport it to the nearest orbital station for a closer study. Make it so. The core of 8VF757, once coaxed from beneath the crust of the asteroid, does not respond well to the vacuum of space. The ISS Pilgrim's instruments read a sudden energy spike moments before the rocky lump gently but decisively fractures. Large chunks of the conductive material are salvaged, but whatever spectral charge animated them is now gone. The scientist now has the carefree trait. We gain a bunch of physics research and a bunch of energy. And the carefree trait makes her anomaly research speed go up by 35%. Pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. And we're almost done with terrestrial sculpting, and we are done with that. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Let's go with planetary unification, which gives us more influence, which will become important later. The Evar, how much do they like us? Special project completed. Science Officer Gian Garoon has managed to isolate the weak signal that was coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Norgan 3. It does indeed appear to be a transmission, and we have filtered it through our transition software. Finally, well met, Spacefarer. We are the Dathnak, and the planet you are orbiting is Tuluk Rung, our ancestral home. It is always riveting to meet a solid, even if our last encounter with your kind was somewhat problematic. You have no doubt detected the radiation surges coming from our atmosphere. Tuluk Rung is dying, and our species will perish unless we find a new home. We have identified a planet that would suit our physiology, but we have no means to get there. Sadly, our non-corporeal nature means we don't have much in the way of industry or technology. Will you help us? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we help these gas giant ghosts? Our choices are: if you have no technology, how are we speaking? What happened to your planet? You want us to transport your entire species to another planet? We will help you relocate, or sorry, it would be too much of a hassle. Any ideas from the peanut gallery? We will help you relocate. Excellent. I knew we could count on you. The coordinates of our new home have been forwarded. You must promise not to let your own colonists claim this alluring world before we get there, no matter how strong the temptation. Okay. Where is it? Well, luckily it's not too far away. And it's surrounding a neutron star. We finished administrative AI. Let's start working on quantum theory, which unlocks a physics lab. Okay. Warping out to the Lumbidus system. And there's a new type of alien? Oh, in the neighboring system. Oh, it's ancient mining droids. Those are always fun. Olympus 3. That doesn't look very appealing. Yeah, let's investigate the beta aliens. I know what they are outside of this game because they're one of the species I mentioned. But, yeah. So I'm going to start exploring up here a little bit since we seem to be heading mostly down with most of our things. Yeah, Neutron Star Planet does sound inhospitable, but ghosts living on a gas giant, I don't know what their needs are. We'll see. Finishes in 170 days. Good thing they're incorporeal. They're taking up very little space that way. I think I'm going to have to colonize Sashin first and then Jasmek second. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, just given how awesome they are. That's going to piss off the Avars. They seem to still be equivalent to us. Ancient mining drones. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, their purpose is obvious enough: mining. But who was it that tasked them is not immediately apparent. What is obvious is that no shipment of materials has been retrieved from the system in hundreds, if not thousands, of years. They may be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch by the United Corinth Republic. Let's establish a listening post. We'll research that later. It's going to be 13 months of not being able to use engineering. And I want the bigger spaceport. Okay, we're just over 30 months. Ooh, the birth of space piracy. Thought that required us to have a second planet. Certain irrational and criminal elements of our society have left Farah to seek an outlaw's life in the far reaches of space. In a display of surprising ingenuity, these brigands have heavily modified and weaponized a large number of our civilian starships. Our civilian shipping lanes are now being raided by this improvised starfleet, which identifies itself only as the Merry Marauders. A prompt response is needed. We're so close to getting a colony ship, but we've got to get at least one more Corvette. We have to. And they're heading to our home planet already. Luckily, they're not going to be able to do anything for another 20 days because of their warp. When you warp in, you're not able to do anything for a while. Let's send the Pilgrim out that way. Nope, it's not going to do anything because of the pirate fleet. Which left, of course. Okay, where did the pirate fleet go? Oh, it's going up here. Science Officer Gian Garoon has finished supervising the relocation of the Dathnik to their new home. A convoy of civilian freighters equipped with massive pressurized gas tanks ferried the gaseous beings across space and deposited them onto the gas giant's atmosphere. Their ancient transmitter and scanner array were also brought along. We are forever in your debt. This planet has exceeded our expectations. For the first time in generations, our young can frolic in the upper atmosphere without starting to glow. We have decided to call our new home Balderak after your species. Future generations of Dathnik shall always know the name of their saviors. Balderak, we are the Corinthans. Really? I could have sworn. Apologies, but it can be difficult to tell you solids apart. I'm afraid it's too late to change the name now. It has a nice ring to it, though, don't you think? Well, good luck. While we're here, let's survey this system. Oh, and we have finished quantum theory already. AI-controlled colony ships to make them colony development speed up 50%, and the ship build cost is down a quarter. Yes, we named our planet after some random people we met once in your honor. That is exactly what it sounds like. Okay. And the First Strike Fleet is warping to Propus. Before we developed faster than light travel, several sublight exploration probes were dispatched from Farah at near relativistic speeds toward nearby systems. The scientists who developed the probes naively included sensitive information about our culture in their memory cores as a form of greeting to alien civilizations. It has now been realized that this data could potentially be used against us. We need to track down these probes before they're found by someone or something unsympathetic to our species. Bum bum bum. So on an Astrolope Conviab, which is over there. Nashira, which is over here. And Useldon, which is over here. So we've got here, here, and then these two. That actually shouldn't be too hard. Okay. First Strike Fleet. Go here as soon as you've cooled down. As they try and blow up our science station in orbit of Propus 2. Woo! Okay, we are heading in. And remember, we have a longer range because of our guy, but they have shields, which we haven't developed yet. I'm fully expecting to lose 1 to 2 ships during this attack. It looks like the Incubus might be one of them. And we took out their first ship. Oh no, they took out our first ship. The Incubus is gone. We are the blue, they are the red. It looks like the ISS Growler might also be lost. But the General Zarg is about to blow up. Let's see, an anomaly. We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of the planet. The source appears to be some sort of tracking beacon. Definitely. Oh, it looks like the ISS Paragon is getting pounded rather than the Growler now. Yep, there goes the Paragon. And the Growler's being hit again. But the turbulent priest is gone. And so the exploratory surgery is about to go. Ouch. That was not fun. We're going to send them back home to repair. So what we have now is plenty of stuff to keep us busy searching for, because we're going to loot the corpses for any technology. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Lumbidus IV. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Cool. Wow, this is actually a really awesome system. And we finally have enough to... Oh no. We're 9 away. Or 8.02 minerals away. And these ships are going to eat up more of that. Darn. It's going to be a couple more months before we can make our colony fleet. Our colony ship. The Lambada system has been finished. So let's go to Nishira to go find that probe. We're searching through the Akamal system, seeing what there is. Not a terrible lot, it seems. We found Epsilon aliens. Where? Oh. Right here, they have a space station. Let's start investigating them. Start building our colony ship. Oh, yep, Epsilon aliens. This is apparently their home world. So we know about a decent chunk of space. The thing I'm worried about is we're actually probably going to go to war with the Ivar. Oh, it has been removed from Ashara. And it has been moved to here. The ISS Pilgrim. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. This appears to be some sort of tracking beacon. We found our missing probe. A small fleet of jury-rigged ships have been detected in the Aristilla system, and one of them has the probe locked in a short-range tractor beacon. They are hailing us. What do you want, alien? This probe ours. Salvage. We find first. You leave now. Yes. Interrupting delicate operation. Your ships are. Must concentrate. Or If you want probe, we can sell 100 credits and probe yours. Good deal, very good. You get probe, less work for us, everyone wins. We've got 904 energy credits. Might as well. Very good, very good. We release probe into your care. Maybe a bit banged up. There was accidental collision during salvage operation. MiG-Y fell on controls. Clumsy oaf. But probe still in good condition. No refunds. We depart now. Okay. Okay then. Yes, the universal translator. It works great with some people, but with those guys, not too well. And we have found our probe. This one didn't run away. The Bilnock Union. Wow. Those guys are nice looking. Representative democracy. Hegemonic imperialists. Fanatic egalitarians. And xenophobes. I speak on behalf of the Bilnock Union. We are a democratic nation committing to upholding individual freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Our elected leader, President Adrigma, warns you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. Our warriors salute you, Bill Knox. Let's see. Power is... Ooh, ancient survey marker. Same as before. Power is the only universal language, but if you wish to speak more diplomatically, we won't stop you. Okay. I'm not... We're going to leave these guys alone for now. We've got a lot of different places to look for a lot of different things. The IRIM system. I think we need to go there. Campaign to elect a new first speaker is underway. Let's look. Who's leading the charge? No. I want Wen 10 to go again. So we're going to use 50 influence to support him. And he is now winning with 21% of the vote. So we're going to leave it at that. He saw us well through the first bit of our exploration. And I'm actually going to go here and move to build a frontier outpost, which will take 1 influence a month. But will act to expand our borders into this area and allow us to take advantage of the 12 minerals here. Ooh, we are now at 4 people watching. Hello to you newcomers. I am playing Stellaris right now. We are 10 years into a new game, and we just found a pirate base. Okay, and when 10 was re-elected, excellent. But our first strike force we have not yet rebuilt from their last encounter with pirates. So once our colony ship finishes in about 3 months, we will start making one, possibly two more corvettes. And then we'll take on this pirate station. And we are apparently not going to make the frontier outpost yet. And we've almost recovered this probe. We have recovered the sublight probe in the ConViab system. The sensor telemetry it has collected over the years provided us with a complete survey of all planetary bodies in the system. And ConViab is a boring system. We will go to Asterope. Okay. We've got less than a month left until our colony ship is built, which will be awesome. So anyone going through chat, you'll notice that there's one person who has said a lot of things, but I have been replying through my voice, which is why there's no record of that. The ISS Traveler has detected a massive subspace anomaly in the Asterope system. It appears to be centered on one of our missing probes. Okay. Yeah, let's just have you move there and avoid this big powerful thing that is full of killing and death. And in a couple of days, our colony ship will be finished. And look, as soon as we finish it, our energy credits are going down because, as I said, it's very expensive. The ISS Purity. And it's going over here, even though that will probably piss off the Ivars. The planet is just too good to pass up. We have analyzed the debris in Propus. We have, wow, 3 different things. That is excellent. Okay, you're going to go up here to Polaris. We're building 2 corvettes that will come down here to Idrim. Or Irem. In a minute. So yeah, things are starting to happen now. It only took us about 10 years. And we have unlocked spaceports. We're going to unlock the engineering facility because if you look up here at our science, we are getting very little engineering research every year. Or every month, rather. We're getting plenty of everything else, though. So let's see what the Avarans think of us. They're wary. They are superior to us, which probably means they have a larger space fleet. Planetary unification is done. And we're going to do galactic ambitions, which is going to increase our border range. Oh, we're back down to 2 people watching. And we have found our sublight probe. Yeah, let's call it Sasson Prime, why not? We might rename it later. Wait. There's no pirate station here anymore. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Okay, back home to Farah then. Cool. Our colony ship has just made a gentle splashdown in the planet-spanning ocean of Sasson Prime. Just off the shores of a large archipelago, the fertile island chain can serve as an excellent first landing site. The ship has been permanently anchored in preparation for the conversion into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement. Its reactor core is in the process of being removed. So it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up on the islands surrounding the former starship's massive hull as colonists began to disembark in large numbers. The first Corinth city on an alien world. A great day for the United Corinth Republic, and we get some engineering research out of that. We're going to complete it by 2213, so in just under 2 years now. As you can see, we're actually cutting into the Avarian Tranquil Kingdom. A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. Of Polaris 7. Sure, let's take a look. So it seems like this area here is going to have some fighting going on at some point, because there's a lot of planets that have a lot of resources. So We'll see how that goes. Well, the Avarans, I think they just completed Galactic Ambitions because their border's expanding. Warp impact. The massive crater on Polaris 7 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship traveling at full warp rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The ISS Pilgrim has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed warp field, but as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. Physics research gained. AI controlled ships. Almost finished. And hopefully that's going to affect. It did. Sashin Prime is now going to be done in just over a year. Excellent. Let's actually go for deflectors, which are early shields. We've got to start on those from killing the pirates, and just having shields is good. We almost have enough here. Be about another month or two before we can start work on the frontier outpost. But there's quite a bit of minerals and some more physics research. Wormhole is open and something is about to come through. We've recovered the sublight probe in the Useldon system. The sensor telemetry it has collected over the years provided us with a complete survey of all planetary bodies within the system. Awesome, except we already did that. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting finds are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Farah. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid in the continued search of strange life forms. A bunch of society research is gained. Which hopefully we will spend next month. Oh, we're spending it a little bit at a time. So the thing with Sasin is this planet is really awesome. The solar system, not terribly much. It's not in a great position as far as we can see. It doesn't have a ton of resources, but the planet is huge. So we're going to start exploring up this way with the Pilgrim and hopefully find a bunch of awesome systems with nobody else around to give us more reason to piss off the Ivars. I kind of want to have as much as possible. Okay. This is a science ship. They're just getting around to surveying this awesome system. They being the Bilnock. as we are starting to build our frontier station. And we will push them away and start claiming this area as our own. Good thing there isn't a huge amount of planets here, our systems in this area, then it would be a three-way brawl. And we are down to one person watching. Woohoo! Okay, 10 more months until deflectors are up and ready. Sawson Prime is going to be complete in about 7 months. Galactic Ambitions is going to be ready in 24 months. The Frontier Outpost is 31% done. I'm not exactly sure how long that's going to take. Oh, and we're back up to 2. So yeah, ooh, let's build a mining network here, just so we can start mining more. Let's see, the debris field in which 88D2-NY1K is part of Royals and Swirls under the influence of unknown factors. Definitely going to research that. So while I am doing this stream, I am thinking in the back of my mind about how I'm going to put together a Brave New Galaxy Part 2, which will come out on Saturday. And so far, I'm really liking the ideas that I have. So I'm excited. Let's see, we have a message, a trade deal. The Billnock wants to trade star charts, and they'll give us 20 minerals on top of that. You know what? Sure. Huh. The ISS Traveler never made it all the way to 88D2-NY1K to study the anomalies surrounding it. The ship, along with science officer Gian Gyrund and crew, blinked out of existence as it was navigating the debris field, and then reappeared minutes later. Gian Gyrund reports that they found themselves briefly in some extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless ships of alien design, suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded and they found themselves back in regular space. However, roughly half the crew are missing. The science officer speculates that they may have been selectively trapped by some unknowable mechanism in that strange place. That is unfortunate, but she gains a lot of experience. 200 to be exact. So, anyways, as I was saying, I'm really liking where I'm thinking that the next part of A Brave New Galaxy is going. Unfortunately, New Soul is not the most interesting place in the galaxy right now. The missing member of the ISS Traveler's crew, thought lost to the dimensional rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from on board an unknown vessel, not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships, idling close to where the ISS Traveler originally experienced the dimensional disturbance. They claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from a vague awareness of having been away for some time. They wish for nothing but to return to service under Science Officer Gian Garund and intend to surrender their ship to Corinth authorities. Very well. We have another science ship. Sure. We'll go with this person. And have her survey out that way. And we have Sashin Prime finished. And we've taken a decent chunk out of the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. Also, far as spaceport can be upgraded. Um, the big thing I'm actually looking forward to is another colony ship to go to Josmek. And this is finishing our frontier outpost. So as you can see, large amount of extra space that we now claim, which includes Enkef, which we haven't surveyed yet. Excellent. And deflectors finished. Synchronized defenses is a rare technology. Aligning defensive and offensive weapon execution paradigms allows for increased efficiency. Yes, please. Planetary survey cores. Our methods of surveying uncharted planetary bodies has continued to improve, and our scans now yield a significant amount of research data that is useful to our scientists. Gain research points equal to a tenth of our monthly gain while surveying planets. Yes. We have 3 science ships that are surveying. We're surveying tons of planets. That is an awesome deal. Let's go survey Enkef. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in Koval system. Let's take a visual look. Yep, that's some sort of aliens, all right. It's going to take us 3 months to investigate them. Yeah, the next time we have the minerals, I think we need to upgrade the spaceport and make our fleet larger. And the next time we can get an engineering the next level so we can build destroyers instead of just corvettes. That would be nice. So the Theta aliens probably live somewhere over here. Probably. After successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Tarasi administration. They're a theocratic republic, and they're federation builders who are fanatic egalitarians and spiritualists. I bring greetings from the revered elder Barim Den Agasta, the elected leader of the Tarasi administration. We believe in the right of all sentient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs. We hope you share in this sentiment. Let's tell them we'll not be held back, Tarasi. Yeah, they're not super happy with us because we're materialist and they're spiritualist, which puts us at odds with each other. But yep, they live right out here, right in the area that I said they probably would live. Okay. Got a nice mining station going on over here. Getting 19 per month. So, yeah. This is... I think we're starting to move out of the early game of Stellaris. We're getting to the point where war is going to be coming sooner rather than later. The Bilnock Union just closed. Yep, I'm going to close my borders against them. Lots of border friction. They're unfriendly. Yeah. I'm actually surprised that we went as long as we did. Hello, Pig Lord. Nice to see you watching. Glad to see you joining us here as I play Stellaris for a little bit. So, yeah, we're probably going to go to war with the Bilnock Union in the relatively near future because Our opinions of each other are going down, and they're not going to get better because they're xenophobes. And as unfortunate as that is, there's nothing I want to do to change that. And next month we'll have enough minerals to start upgrading to the next level of spaceport. And after that, we will make some more Corvettes because we can have 15 units worth of naval capacity. And NCAT was just finished being surveyed. Decent system. 3 energy, 3 minerals, or 2 minerals and 2 society research. Not bad. Oh, they have settled in Usadon. Okay, let's see. Can we do... No. Coil guns it is. The Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. We're going to see how this goes. They're expanding towards us. We started the expansion game to screw with borders. So, fair play and all. But let's hope we can keep Asterope in in our borders, because we could definitely... Let's see. Cold hard potential. Our science officer has found an anomaly. It will require extensive probing. Yeah, let's research it. And we finished in the Coville system. Let's move to Oculus. Yeah, we could definitely use some more mining stations to get more energy. We're only getting 1 a month, which is not excellent. Of course, we can't afford that yet. Ooh, the Bilmock Union has declared us rivals. Let's declare a rivalry right back. Yeah, we're now down to negative 171, and they are hostile. So we definitely are heading towards war. Having probed the frozen landscapes of the moon Tharish 3A, we think we've struck something big. Science Officer Gian Garund speaks of a bacterial life form unlike any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light, and also acts like solar cells. They absorb solar energy with surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage, most likely a result of evolution favoring those who could gather more heat in the harsh climate. Find out if it can improve energy production. Try and find a military use. Both of those would be good right now. So I'm going to punt the question to my viewers right now. Should we try and improve energy production or try and find a military use for this? Remember, we are not making a very large surplus of energy production at the moment. However, we are barreling towards war with at least the bill knocks. So, I would love to hear your suggestions. And it looks like you're probably a minute or so behind me in real time. So, I'll give you a minute. Okay. Two people have voted for energy. And that is the only votes at the moment. There are two other people in chat who are staying quiet. So, energy it is. Our energy development researchers have made progress with the samples we sent them from Tharish 3A. They've been able to develop a new type of solar cell using the organisms as a template. These are much more efficient at storing energy and will provide a boost to all our power plants. So, everything that makes energy credits will get a 5% boost. Okay. Welcome, Alan David. And your vote for energy makes it fairly unanimous. Although, that only gives us an extra 1 energy credit a month. So, not a huge gain at the moment, but as time goes on, that should grow higher. 5% on everything is not something to sneeze at. And we have finished galactic ambitions, which makes our borders that much better. We're going to go for Doctor in Space Combat to give us more naval capacity. Because again, we are heading toward war with at least one other species. So, yeah. So we've got 5 people watching now, which is awesome. I think that's pretty close to a record for me, which I have to say I'm quite a fan of. And we've finished synchronized defense. And we're going to unlock Power Plant 2, which will up the power creation of all of our plants as we upgrade them. Let's finish clearing out as we can these places. These tiles. So, my big thing is going to be I want to try and get our fleet power higher than the Bilnox before we start a war, for obvious reasons. Though I don't know what our war goals are going to be. And I would like, preferably, to wait until coil guns have finished, which will up our weapons. What? Oh, there are more mining drones. Oh no, we found those earlier, and we forgot about them. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to send you to NCAF. Because this has 3 versus the 2 on Sarak. Oh, we lost a viewer. Well, I hope they enjoyed while they were watching. Science officer has leveled up and gained the trait Substance Abuser, which lowers her lifespan by 20 years. She is 43. Though I can't say I blame her. She has been exploring space away from home for 15 years now. They've been home once. So, oh, the Therasi are surveying here. I wonder how much they'll like it. Hopefully not much. We're going to move this population down here. And that will finish growing in a couple of months. How is the population growth going here on Sasin? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh no! Asterope did not stay inside our borders. But let's go check this subspace anomaly now that we're at 191. You finished building that there. +7 a month, not bad. Okay. Cool. Someone else blew it up for us. It was the Avarans. And we happen to now know that their main battle fleet is 10 corvettes. That's awesome. I'm really glad to know that. Because again, we might go to war with them. We're probably going to go to war with the Bilnox first, but we're not really in great terms with any of our neighbors. That's not good. Colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet. Yes, let's take a look. So we're going to make Corvette assembly yards next to up the speed of of building the Corvettes and lower their cost. And we have finished energy storage. And faction founded. Yes, everyone does hate me. At least everyone that I know about. But no. To be fair, only the Bilnox hate me. The other two, there's dislike going on. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Corinth Republic, led by scientist Yekaterina Satnik. They call themselves the Drumbeat of Victory Party. Their members have been pushing hard for us to assert our military dominance over the rest of the galaxy. Okay. Let's go with improved deflectors. So we will be able to upgrade our power plants very soon. Our ruler has leveled up and gained the trait Architectural Sense, which makes buildings cost less, which is always good. The Bilnock Union and the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom have declared each other rivals. Asteroid collision. A large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Alphard 3, which is this system. Yeah, once they're done in Alphard, they're going to come back up here. And we finished that. Let's go with genome mapping to make our new colonists grow faster. So, remember when not too long ago we were at +1 energy a month? We're now at +11. And our main scientists have all finished. Okay, the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom has declared the Bilnok Union their rivals. So, luckily, they dislike each other just as much as we dislike them. And since we have mutual rivals, the Avarans now slightly like us, though they are still wary. Yeah, the galaxy presents enough threats without having to worry about a war between the United Corinth Republic and the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. We suggest entering into a non aggression pact to mutually secure peace. Yes, that is what I was thinking. Yes, yes, yes. And they're now receptive to us, and their trust of us is going up. This is going to be nothing but good. Ooh, a defensive pact. Yes. Yeah, the Bill Knock negative 197. Um, Definitely want that. So I think I'm probably going to end the stream soon. Um, it's been really fun, as live streaming always is. And we've made quite a bit of progress in 16 years in Stellaris. So, she's going to survey up here. That is probably what I'm going to do. I don't know though. And the good thing about going to war with the Bill Knocks is I will be able to hopefully cross our fingers find out some new technology. We've encountered the Iota aliens up here. Okay, wow. Um, Stream just disconnected and reconnected. I kicked most people off. We're down to two people watching. Um, okay, yeah, I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, people. Good to see you back, Pig Lord. As I was saying, before that all shut down for a second, I will be going back to our regularly scheduled program this weekend, we're going to have A Brave New Galaxy, Chapter 1, Part 2, which will be quite fun, if I do say so myself. As I said earlier, it's the ideas are kind of percolating around in the back of my head, and it's looking like it's going to be fairly interesting. So hopefully, any of you watching will come back and watch that on Saturday. I don't know when it's going up because, yes, that was definitely my cat Fred in the background. I don't know when it's going up on Saturday because I don't. Yeah, I just kind of put it up whenever. Um, let's see. A research agreement with the Avaran Tranquil Kingdom. Various circumstances beyond our control have left us no choice but to come to you with this general trade proposal. This chance may never come again. So, what a research agreement does is gives the other party a quarter off their research cost for technologies that the other person has already researched. So, on their side, I have 5 physics, 4 society, and 2 engineering technologies that they'd get that bonus on. Well, we would get 2 physics, 3 society, and 1 engineering. Deal length 30 years? Yeah, we might as well. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. Yeah. We're not going to war with the Avarans anytime soon now. We're doing a very good job of being very close to them. So my strike force is up to 7 Corvette class ships. I'm going to create 2 more to bring them up to 9. And we're still equivalent to the Bill Knox. But as we saw earlier, my 5 ships versus the Avaran 10, and they're still... Ooh, after successfully translating their union, we have established communication with the Zaxoid block. Okay. They're hegemonic imperialists who are xenophobic and fanatically militarist. Okay. We will not be held back. See how much they don't like us. They do sound familiar. I did get the name for the Zaxoids and their home planet of Oxox from this game, although it is based on something that doesn't look quite so grasshoppery. Why are you taking forever here? Oh, they never got upgraded. That might be helpful. Okay, improved deflectors are 1 month away. And Coil guns 3 months away. Let's see. Let's go cold fusion power. A large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around this moon. Yes, definitely take a look. So once we finish with coil guns, I'm going to upgrade the first strike force, which should be 10 ships by that point. And that should make us quite a bit stronger. Yep, we're at 10. 1 month remaining on coil guns. Yes, destroyers. We want destroyers. Corvettes. Let's put a fusion reactor here. Coil gun, coil gun, coil gun. Whoops. No, I did not mean to do that. Okay, -5. It's not quite good enough. So we'll put this here. Or what if we go 2 medium fusion reactors and then improve deflectors? So it's 90 shields. Okay, turns out it doesn't matter. Okay. We're definitely going to upgrade them, though. Wow. It's going to cost quite a bit to upgrade them. Hey, we're back up to 4 people. Awesome. There's clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit of Zundra 2b at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the moon is pockmarked with craters from stray weapons blasts, and scans from the ISS Pilgrim have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Shanzi is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies. Yes, let's do that. So the Traveler is heading in to get their speed boost. I think once the first strike force is upgraded, I think that will be a wonderful time to go to war. Let's offer a trade deal. Okay, they have 600. Well, let's try and find out how much is the most minerals they're willing to transfer to just try and get us closer to this goal. Is it really only going to be 100? Nope. 124. Let's see how much energy we need to give them. $214 for 124. Not bad. We have a lot more energy credits than we need, so. And they're saying no. Why are they saying no? I want your sweet, sweet minerals. Oh, they don't want to trade that much anymore. They must have spent it. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, how dare they spend their own minerals when we were going to buy them from them. Terrible people. Let's see. Let's unlock Ocean Ecology Management. So we can clear toxic kelp. And the ISS Traveler is now ready for its next mission. The other science ship, the science ship from beyond, is going to go down here and survey here. And we're at 5 people again. So it looks like almost everybody has found their way back after that weird crash we had. So glad to see everyone back. Wonderful to have you. Again, I'm not too sure how long I'm going to continue with this stream, but the team under Science Officer Shan Ji has finished their expedition on Zorbda 2B. Well, hello, Michael. Nice to see you. Glad that you're joining us for Stellaris. And if you're not from earlier, then maybe some of the people from earlier will come back and have even more. We'll see. Let's see. The Starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields by several years. Excellent. Okay. I will be back in about 2 minutes. Okay. I am back. I have not seen XP Gamer Stellaris campaign. I actually haven't watched anyone play Stellaris. No, that's not quite true. I did see Scott Manley playing it, because Scott Manley's pretty awesome. But this is definitely a nice little start we've got going here. I definitely think I am going to end, however. It has been a lot of fun, and I hope everyone comes back for the future. And one final time, we will be back to normal scheduled programming after a multi-week injury-induced absence. This coming Saturday for... wow, I forgot the name of my own show for a second. For A Brave New Galaxy, Chapter 1, Part 2. Thank you, everyone.